is because we're getting a new suspension put on the truck.
Why did we wait 4 years to do this?
Get those squeaky pieces of crap out of it. Oof, I hate those.
Holy crap, that's a lot. Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Well, hey.
Hey there.
We are enjoying a nice, beautiful sunny day, but what we're here really is to tell you about what we've been up to. And so what are we doing?
So, the reason we have the small little car,
Yes.
we're not used to small little cars that sit on the road,
Definitely not.
is because we're getting a new suspension put on the truck. We thought we'd chat with you and let you know what we're doing. And yeah, this new suspension, we're getting it done by Kelderman's.
Yes.
It's an air ride suspension. We're changing from the leaf springs over to a 4-link suspension. We're going to keep it standard height. I'm not jacking it up because there is absolutely no sense in doing that on this truck. So,
Yeah.
Because even at standard height, we're higher than most vehicles. So
Our goal for this video is to explain a little bit about how we came up to this decision, what were some of the things that we thought about, and then to give you a view of the system once it's installed, because obviously that's being done right now. But that's what we're going to go through today. Tell us a little bit about why we're doing this.
So we're doing this because, well, to be honest, the 4-inch leveling is going to be nice. I mean, we don't have to use the yellow blocks as much. We're going to still keep them, but we aren't going to use them as much.
One of the things that I am particularly looking forward to is a slightly better ride while we're in the truck. This is a 5500 and it definitely rides like a truck. And we always joke about me having to wear a sports bra anytime we're getting into the car.
Right. At the rough road, sometimes it's a 2-sport bra day. So.
Yeah, or you just got to hold the girls in there. I'm hoping with this air ride system that it's a little better. I'm not expecting it to drive like a car, but I'm hoping that it'll drive more like the 3500 than a 5500.
All right, so one of the other pet peeves that I have is the 12 leaf spring. They're the heavy duty, whatever it is. I'll be honest, I'm tired of squeakiness. Everywhere we go, it squeaks. I've tried lubricating them. I've tried doing all the little other stuff to them, short of replacing the 12 leaf springs, which
is what we're doing.
But I'll be honest, Ram doesn't do a good job with their leaf springs. They kind of suck. So other than doing all that work, you know, why not get us fill in all the other blanks too right away? So
Obviously the squeak isn't the main reason why we're doing it, but it honestly was one of those things that tipped us over the edge, because it's just frustrating to go into campgrounds and us sounding squeak the whole time.
So if you get the trailer rocking, chances are it's going to squeak.
Yeah. And one of the things that I'm excited about also is turtling and unturtling, so I can remove the truck camper and not have to be up as high, because we can come down a full 4 inches, and that just makes me feel a little better. It's not something you have to do, but I think anytime that I'm up 28 inches in order to get the truck camper off on the stilts, it would be nice to be just a little lower. So that's another small advantage of going to this Kelderman system. And why did we wait 4 years to do this modification? I mean, this sounds like a great thing for us to do, but why now? And honestly, it had to do a lot with cost. This upgrade is huge. Honestly, it's almost $20,000 to do this upgrade. So we honestly weren't quite sure whether it was worth it was worth the money to do this. We do want to do a little bit more off-roading. Maybe this will help a little bit.
Well, and one other thing too is we wanted to try the original system out just to make sure that it wasn't going to work.
Right.
I mean, if it worked, why change it? Why did we go with Kelderman, and why didn't we go with liquid springs? Well, the short answer is money. I mean, liquid springs is a lot more expensive than Kelderman's. Yes, maybe hydraulics is better for things than for the dampening versus the air ride. Okay, I get that. Money's still going to drive it no matter what we do. The other one was talking to Liquid Springs. We sent them pictures of underneath the truck and stuff, and pretty much what they do is only systems that are stock. So they'll do campers, they'll do everything, but as long as it's stock, they're good. But as soon as we put a bed on, they won't modify their system in any way. So you have to go to another place to get it modified to make it fit. So Kelderman was the only one that seemed willing to work with us on how things were placed. We had to do, we had to move some things out of the way for them and stuff like that, but they worked with us on getting it done. Oh, and yeah, they wanted me to take a fuel tank out.
Oh, yeah.
And that was one of the main, that's a no-go for me. I enjoy having the 600 to 800 miles of fuel in my tanks. I'm not losing that tank, so.
The other part, wasn't it about maintenance?
In my previous life, I've had hydraulics experience, and I do have pneumatic experience. And if we have an issue on the road, fixing hydraulics is not, I mean, I got to take extra oil, I got to take extra lines, because you just can't throw any kind of line on there. It's all high pressure, so you have to carry a lot of extra stuff, which to me just didn't make sense. Air ride, it's what it sounds like. There's air tubes. It's a lot easier to work with. I can Gary rig an airline easier than anybody, so it made a lot more sense that way. So since I have a mechanical background and I can fix just about anything on the truck, why did I have Kelderman install this system? Well, we don't have a house. We have a domicile, which we don't have any place decent to do it. I got my parents' house, but I mean, working in there, it's not a pleasant job to do all this stuff in their driveway, and it would tie up their driveway for many weeks. So that was a no-go. So I'm having Kelderman do it also because with my bed, there is some nuances with it. In June, we went to their facility. I was very impressed by their place. It's ginormous. They do their own machining, their own paint booth, they do all sorts of stuff. So hence, if they had an issue, which if I had an issue in my driveway, I'd be cobbling some crap together. Whereas this place, they can machine something to get it to fit underneath my truck and make it work. So they actually had the mechanics that are working on it right now. They had those guys underneath the truck looking at it, talking with the shop manager, just going over what ideas they could do to fit in where and how to make it work. So it actually really worked out well. The confidence is there. Talking to those folks, the shop manager and stuff like that, Robert, he's spot on. I mean, he lets us know every step of the way what's going on. The sales guy was a little off, but he was on vacation too, so we got to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. He's a salesman. They also gave us a loaner, which having the loaner available really makes a huge difference, and we're not strapped down to just sitting waiting for them to call. So I think we're going to get a top-notch build. So, all right, so far we're going to go in and see the build. They're on day 3 of the build, and we're going to go in of 5, more or less 5. You know how things go, it always takes that extra day, and we don't want to slow their progress. So what we're going to do is go after the mechanics leave. We're going to sneak in, and Robert's going to give us a tour of the truck. So
cute little town. We kind of messed up yesterday. We went out to dinner and it ended up just taking a little, maybe enjoying the evening a little too much. So we never quite made it back yesterday. We finally are going into Kelderman to see how far they are with our truck.
Hopefully being close to done.
Yeah, it is Thursday. Well, our build was moving along, but they ended up removing our toolboxes to access the underside, which put them a bit behind. So instead of 5 days, the build took 7. In the whole scheme of things, that's not bad. And we let them know that we were not on a time crunch. We'd rather they have the time to install and put everything back together the right way instead of the fast way.
Get those squeaky pieces of crap out of me. Oof, I hate those things.
So Gare, where are we going?
Hey, we're going to pick up the truck.
Oh,
The
yay!
beast is done. And get rid of this thing. Woo! It's a great loaner car. They gave us wheels to get to and from. That's all we needed. So
But you miss your truck.
I miss my truck because I don't like sitting on the asphalt.
And it's got cold here in Iowa. Whew.
Off we go.
Yeah. So this is very exciting and a little nerve-wracking with the cost of this upgrade. It gave us pause a lot of times. So right now we're going to see where the rubber meets the road, and is this upgrade truly worth the cost?
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, I hope so.
It's got to be better than what we had. So
Yeah, but is it $20,000 worth? That's where
rid
I'm
of squeaks. It's worth every penny.
for you.
It gets rid of those spring squeaks, right?
Okay, yeah, the spring streaks. The spring squeaks are annoying. I do agree there. Well, whoa, she looks a lot different.
Yeah, that front end.
Holy cow, that looks a lot different. Wow. She be fancy. We'll obviously get some better video of this stuff later on. This is just our first impressions. You can kind of see the bags in there. There's one. And there's the second one. Cool,
All right.
cool.
Well, let's go get Robert.
Oh yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Robert, good. How are you doing now today?
Robert took us through our new air ride system and answered many questions and kind of gave us an idea of what to expect.
This is your button that you do want to hit daily right here, your purge,
Gotcha.
and that just purges off your moisture. This is your air horn.
Gotcha.
Holy
crap. And it is pretty loud. You won't blow a bag with, because you, for one, we don't have it set that high. You can is learning constantly. It learns algorithms on how you drive.
All right.
All right, you want to come over here first and say what we're doing? This is exciting. This is new. This is something to talk about. We're laying in the camper.
First time.
Yeah,
Well, not the first time we landed the camper, obviously. Fed this for a few years.
just a few.
But we fixed the truck with new suspension.
Not fixed. We have made it beefier.
Well, we
We've
made it better.
Made it awesomer.
So we made the suspension better. So now we're going to see what we can do, because we can drop the truck down a few inches.
That is something that I am really excited about, because I never liked putting the truck camper up super high on the little stilts. With this, the truck is actually going to go lower in order to help. We're going to see how this works. This is our first time, so give us a little bit of grace here.
You'll hear a lot of
That is so cool. You can't really drive it with it that low. You're just playing with it now. So there's a ride height, and kind of this, what I'll call kneeling, is really intended to go less than 10 miles an hour. But for stuff like this, for getting around some trees and stuff, why not? This seems fantastic. More driver. Yeah, now let's go the other way to straighten out. Holy crap, that's a lot. Sweet. So you're gonna need to come back, but then we're gonna need to go passenger after a while. Just let's go straight back for now. And yes, this is modular, but it's a lot easier to just put it together.
Yeah, pull that red pin if you
Right.
can reach in there.
I can. There we go.
So I can't get in there.
Oh yeah, that would be smart. We do like that this is modular, and this Kuat thing really was able to make it so we can travel with this thing. We wouldn't be able to do this without it.
Oh, we would. It's just we couldn't get in the camper.
I think we'll just lift them up instead of using the ramp. It just
Sure.
seemed to be easier. Oh. And we have no shortage of theft precautions. Okay, first off, we have the locks on each of the bikes. So that one and over here. We then have this strap that we used for our kayaks when we had them, or a long while ago. And then we have this kryptonite lock on top of it. In addition to that, we have apps on each of the phones that basically render them useless if we're not next to our phone. You can disable that if you wanted somebody else to use your bike or something like that. And we took my bike to a bike shop and they couldn't do anything with the motor because I have that enabled. So that is awesome. We also purchased this cover after a viewer had recommended it. We're so glad we did. This one is much easier to put on and cinch down well. We're so grateful to have you all to help give us ideas and suggestions. So it's obvious that we need a little bit more time on this system to kind of get used to it and then give you the pros and cons. We're looking forward to doing that over the next couple of weeks as we do some fairly hefty traveling. So we're going to catch you as we start heading out tomorrow. See ya.
Alright, so looks like it's
Yeah,
either
yeah.
way, right?
Well, it looks like it's really tippy on that one
On the
way.
far side, it's
Yeah.
really tippy. Of course, you know, it wouldn't be good to get the tanks that way. So
No,
this way.
no. This is not the plan for our little vacuum. Oh my gosh, look at them all running away.
You got to put your camera
Holy-
in there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Infestation.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I think the hose might be better.
Holy cow, I had no idea. They are just, oh. Oh, I hate these things. I don't know if we're ever going to get them out. So that's the one we started with. Oh, yeah. Oh, ew. They look like rocks. Golly.
We knew we'd have to do this one just to do it.
Yeah, we haven't even started dumping yet. This one I'm interested in seeing how bad it is. I'm gonna scoot back though, because dang. Ugh.
Oh, no, they ain't on there. They're all in there.
Ugh. Look at them all writhing. Die, 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 die. There we go.
Walmart vacuum to the rescue.
Yep. That's another fantastic reason to have a bigger battery bank to suck away Asian beetles. Ugh. And it's dump time. Thanks again for stopping by, and we hope to see you next week. Boy, do we have an adventure to share. Until then, leave every place you visit a little better, and we'll see you on the next trail.